Hi, once again. Hopefully you're doing okay. Your family is healthy. You're doing well too. I have started our discussions that go up every week about this time. And last week I asked about how you felt about doing online or remote learning. Most of you prefer to have classroom learning, which I do too. But we are in these times and we just have to do the best we can. I have to tell you, my son has a company of 3,000 employees. From now on, they have to have capability to both work online at home or in the office. And this is going to be a reality probably going forward, at least for the next few months. So all you can learn, the better. I am taking in consideration that it's not easy and it's difficult. And I'm really not docking people too much if they get their work in fairly soon. I prefer the deadlines because I set up my time to be able to grade and look at everything. I did notice this week about half of you submitted your homework yesterday about 3 o'clock or before. Thank you so much. And about half of you did not submit your R3. I need to see that if you want some feedback and help and guidance on how to get your research paper done, which will be due in a couple of weeks. So please don't put that off. I'd sure appreciate it. The Worcester students, a few of you joined the conference video for the class the other day. I appreciate that. We did have a couple glitches and I'm getting new training again today on that. The Hug students, your first video class will be next Tuesday. I will send you out a reminder ahead of time so you know what's going on there. As always, on Saturday by noon, the homework and the now work for the week will be displayed on Canvas at the top. It's under a section called This Week, all in capitals. So whatever you need for the week is there. Speaking of that, I have to say if several of you are doing PowerPoints, be sure to look at the sample PowerPoints under This Week. Visual, not too verbal. There is one there that says do not do this. If you do that, you're going to have a problem with your final project presentation grade. So be sure to do the best you can on the samples. Those are two of the outstanding ones I've received in the last few months. In fact, one of them is by a college professor who's considered one of the best lecturers with PowerPoint at the University of Nevada, Reno. You will see I made a decision not to have the May 9th. That's a Mother's Day weekend. TMCC has not canceled that date yet, but we're getting way too close to going down to the last minute. So I'm just going to let you know we're not doing that. Obviously, we didn't have the field trip on Thursday. I'm looking at my notes. That's why my head's bobbing over to my left here. We are going to finish the course a little bit early the way it stands now. The reason for that is we have no day for the field trip. We had another day set aside for guests to come to class. And we had another day for a video. So that's 3 days that we're not using. So tentatively, I've set Thursday, May 7th as our last day. And I'll go into more detail on our weekly list of things to do. So you know it's coming up. But start targeting all of your work, your project, your research paper, and whatever else we're doing for the final day of May 7th. So keep that in mind. On March 30th, we do have a guest presenter. Miguel Martinez. I will send you the details. He will be providing me with a link. He assures me that link will work much better than the link I sent you guys, or not the link, but the notification for the Worcester people to be in class on Thursday. So he will talk perhaps for maybe half an hour all about what goes on at TMCC, and he is an excellent advisor. He's been coming to my EDU 110 class for some 4 or 5 years now. He does a great job. You will probably end up, if you do go to TMCC, you will meet up with him and he will help you again there. I will send you the times for Worcester and the times for Hug when I have them. I do have them, but I want to double check them. Let's see. What else do we have? Be sure to follow the procedure of what needs to be done every week. I know a lot of you are having some technical difficulties, internet connection problems. All you have to do is text me on Remind, let me know what's going on so we can make some adjustments. But I need to see your work and just assure you that if I get your work and I get back to you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to receive a fairly good grade because I have to consider the fact they're going through a difficult time. There are just a very, very few people who probably aren't even watching these we're not sure what's happening, but they aren't doing anything. So I'm not sure how we're going to handle that. I've contacted the counselors about it, and hopefully they will contact those people for what's coming up. Let's see, anything else I need to talk to you about? I'm taking a look at our spring 2020 list for next week, class 23 and class 24. Oh, here's one thing that happens consistently. I would say 9 out of 10 papers are using 4 spaces between paragraphs. I have given the URL in YouTube to watch to correct it. It's very simple. It's a 1-minute video, and it shows you step by step how to change the paragraph setting in your computer or whatever you're using. And you need to do that because when you go to college, well, you're in college now, you need to double space. You don't want to have 4 spaces between paragraphs forever, especially on a APA format. So I know it's a picky thing, but I'm surprised your teachers haven't said anything about it in the past, but that's a really critical point there. Another thing, a few people are still not putting their names on all of their work. Please do that. It really takes a lot of extra time to go through all of the names that I have, over 100. I remember a lot of them now because I'm toward the end of the semester, but please put your name, your school name and your last name in your subject line of your email. I'm still getting people sending me links or sending me PDFs, not Word documents. We need to have them in Word. The reasoning behind that is I can actually click on something in my computer and I can actually write in your paper some possible suggestions and things that you might want to do or keep in mind. On a PDF, I can't do that. On links, sometimes the links don't actually work. They work on your computer or they work on your phone, but when I click on my MacBook Pro, I get nothing. So I need to actually have the document. I'd sure appreciate it. I was able to convert a couple into a Word document, but that does take a lot of time and time away from my other students who really need a lot of input and help and assistance as well. As always, I'm going to conclude by saying, be sure to text me if you have any questions, problems, or difficulties. That being said, the final thing on this week's list is the homework for this weekend, which is another video called Growing Up Online, and that's due 5 o'clock on Monday. So I'm signing off for now. Hope all is well with you and your family, and please join the discussion and answer the question that I put up there every week. I will give you some feedback on it. See you next Friday.